So why do you need to know the difference between a 3.0 and a 4.5 tennis player? Well, by knowing what changes from level to level, you'll have a better idea of what you need to do to improve, as well as a better idea of how to beat players who are the same ability as you. If you've ever stepped into the ring with a higher level player, maybe some of these things will ring true. Now, make sure to stay till the end because I'm going to be giving you some specific steps to improve and win more. First, let's take two 3.0 players. Would the strategy change for two 3.0 players versus two 4.5 players? Wouldn't it be the same? No, it wouldn't. The reason is the same for much of what we'll discuss, the speed of the ball. You see, until you reach a certain level, the ball doesn't reach a critical speed where your opponent can't pretty much always get to it. What this means is you see way less forcing shots and winners at the 3.0 level versus the 4.5 level. So how can you implement this into your strategy if you were, say, a 3.0 or even a 3.5 playing someone of similar ability? Basically, many of the short balls that would be forcing shots or winners at a higher level are just approach shots to you. So to put it bluntly, you'll be hitting more approach shots with a follow-up volley at 3.0 tennis to win a point. The problem with trying to hit a winner is that you usually end up just opening the court for your opponent on the next shot. What you should be doing instead is playing the ball deeper and straighter. You should also be trying to move through the ball more as you hit it. This isn't a bad thing though. Tons of advanced players never develop this skill properly. So even though more short balls are used to force, they either aren't good at the net or bail with silly drop shots or going for winners on the wrong balls. By getting up to the net, you'll be developing a skill that will pay huge dividends in time. Additionally, what you should be doing to improve, either on a ball machine in practice matches or when you're just getting your butt kicked so bad it doesn't really matter, is hitting a bigger ball. Probably sounds pretty simple, but learning to master effective topspin to strike a ball with pace and safety is one of the most important things you can do to improve your tennis game. This principle of going outside of yourself is known as reaching. You might make a few more errors, but you'll be getting better. Now, I'm not saying you need to hit the ball 100 miles per hour. I'm saying you need to hit the ball hard enough to reach that critical speed where your opponent doesn't have time entirely to set up and direct the ball. By the way, this also applies to second serves. How many 3.0 players do you know that can use spin and not gravity to make their second serve safer? This means it will float. Since the serve is intrinsically a short ball, it's basically just an approach shot disguised as a serve. So come in behind it. Before we move on to the second super important principle of winning more 3.0 and 3.5 matches, if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing to support the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Okay, there's two reasons people are at a 3.0 or 3.5 level when almost anyone can become a 4.0. One, they're newer to the game, or two, they have neglected an essential stroke and somewhere have a major flaw. It's important that you be able to spot this weak shot. Maybe it's just a second serve you should be approaching on, or maybe it's either their forehand or their backhand. You see, when you start to get to higher level tennis, tactics becomes more important than strategy, as players have less and less glaring weaknesses. So for example, you see more balls going cross court at higher level tennis because that's simply the highest percentage play. At a lower level with a slower ball, you should have more opportunities to change the direction of the ball to go to a weaker side. But it's really important to be able to spot that difference. One thing to look for during the warm-up is angular change with the racket face through contact. This is when the racket starts really open and finishes short and low. This is definitely the side you want to focus most of your shots to. A good strategy to be able to make this happen is to go to their stronger side to be able to open up their weaker side. So for example, say you have a player with a weaker backhand. You might want to consider hitting your first serve wide to their forehand on the deuce side, and then you should have plenty of room to hit the next ball to their weaker side, assuming they're right-handed. Even during a rally, you should find more opportunities to simply attack this weaker side. Be patient for the unforced error or the short ball that you know is coming. Well, now I've just informed your regular opponent how to beat you, haven't I? Don't just dislike the video and not share and attempt to cover it up. I just told you, most players don't move up in level because they have a fundamental flaw in their game. So what does that mean for you? It means to make sure all of your essential strokes are solid. Do you understand how to hit effective topspin on your forehand and backhand ground stroke? Can you generate forward rotation over your head to hit a hard and safe serve? Are you comfortable at the net? Having your fundamentals down will ensure you continue to improve, have more enjoyment, and stay injury-free for your entire tennis life. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.